Hello. Hi. Hope you will, hope you will, hope you will, hope you will. Hope you smell, hope you smell, hope you smell, hope you smell. Hope you're crazy. You're crazy. Day 76 of the Song a Day Challenge. Day 76 of the Song a Day Challenge goes to make a song a day until the end of the year. 300 plus songs. We're getting there. Day 76. I can't wait for day 100. If we get to day 100, that means we're a third of the way there. That's crazy. It's been quite a journey so far. I drop 7 songs every Friday. Every Friday, 7 songs. So link in description if you want to hear my music, man. Link in description if you want to hear more music. Link in description. The song I made today is called Red Card. Red Card. Okay. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Way. Let's scare these lowly people what they can't see. Sickest rapper done in cappers one by one from A to Z. Pussies try to play with me, I send them off like feeling speech. Bitch, your ass is done, don't give a fuck the shit you say to me. Get off the field, get off the field. I'm calling the shots, give a fuck how you feel. You can keep your distance, I'm just keeping it real. I'ma get your ass away, get the fuck off the field. Get off the field, get off the field. I'm calling the shots, give a fuck how you feel. You can keep your distance, I'm just keeping it real. I'ma get your ass away, get the fuck off the field. What the fuck is up? Heard some dummies got some shit to say. Better shut it up. I ain't in the mood for fucking games. Swear I'll call it off. I don't really care who finna play. I'm the fucking boss. You can do exactly what I say. Get off the field. Get off the field. I'm calling the shots. Give a fuck how you feel. You can keep your distance. I'm just keeping it real. I'ma get your ass away. Get the fuck off the field. Get off the field. Get off the field. I'm calling the shots. Give a fuck how you feel. You can keep your distance. I'm just keeping it real. I'ma get your ass away. Get the fuck off the field. Stepped into the game and took control, that's just a tendency. I don't pay no size, don't have no time for no discrepancy. Got a lot of bras enough to give you all a sentencing. Get no fucks and I don't get no clemency. Laser vision, split decision, nothing getting past my gaze. Niggas hella tricky, trying to trip me with the subtle plays. I see everything, blow the whistle, everybody wait. Who the fuck done told these niggas they can try and dribble me? Get off the field. I'm calling the shots. Give a fuck how you feel. You can keep your distance, I'm just keeping it real. I'ma get your ass away. Get the fuck off the field. Get off the field. Get off the field. I'm calling the shots. Give a fuck how you feel. You can keep your distance, I'm just keeping it real. I'ma get your ass away. Get the fuck off the field. Yeah. That was Red Card. Red Card. Pow, 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 pow. The gum's almost finished. We're almost there, just a few more days and then this will be done. Who's been here for the journey? This was full. This was full. I put so much gum in this thing, man. This is full. I think I've had this for 2 weeks now. I watched this. I bought this when I watched the Super Mario movie. How long ago was that? That might have been 2 weeks ago. I think it's taking me 2 weeks to finish this. It's gonna take a bit longer than that, because yeah. If I have I have about two a day. So how many are here? They got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So that's 6 days basically. Unless I have 3 in one day. Anyway, I was talking to someone about the concept of soulmates and how, you know, I don't know if I necessarily, I think it's possible in some cases to meet someone who God might set apart for you, you know? But I think a lot of the time, in most cases, you just meet someone who happens to live in your area or, yeah, just in general proximity and you make it work. So, this concept of soulmates, someone was talking about how when you get married, that's when someone becomes your soulmate in the moment of marriage. Because then your souls are bound by the act of marriage. And that's when someone truly becomes your soulmate. And it's a permanent union. You're not supposed to split up. The whole point of marriage is that it's supposed to be permanent, which is why divorce is crazy. But yeah, I think you make it work. You you find someone and you account for their differences. They're going to have differences. They're going to have things that are annoying. They're going to have things that you don't necessarily understand, and you have to learn to understand. You make it work, and you build that relationship over time, and eventually, you get to a point where, you're solid. And it requires work, it requires effort, man. And that's the nature of relationships. It's the nature of love. It's not free. It's earned. It's like that ideal love where your relationship is operating at the highest possible capacity and efficiency. It's earned. You have to work for that. Other people, we've been spoiled by these Disney movies and romance flicks and all that stuff. We've been spoiled and we think that love is just gonna fall in your lap like if you're a girl, some prince is gonna find you. If you're a guy, you're gonna stumble across some girl or something. No, like it's not as glamorous as that, and it requires effort. But it's still beautiful. Still very, very beautiful. So I encourage everyone to really be proactive when it comes to your love life, and if there's someone, don't be too. Because one thing I see in myself is that maybe I'm a bit too picky. Like I'm too pedantic and like I'll focus on things that don't matter. Like, oh, she has this weird thing that I don't like, and therefore I'm not gonna give her a chance. And oh, this one is too this, and this one is not enough of that, and you end up missing out on good things because you're too nitpicky. Which is unfortunate, man. I've let good girls go because of that. But at the same time, I just feel like in the past I wasn't ready, so it wasn't going. I don't think it would have worked anyway. But I think I'm slowly maturing, and I'm slowly getting to the point where I think I can. I think right now I can enter into a relationship and try my best. I think when it comes to getting ready, I don't know what it looks like to be fully ready to commit to another person. What does that look like? Because it's like, you'd have to tell me. All I can say is I'm ready to take on the task, to take on the challenge, and learn and grow. And it's important to understand that it's about service. It's about serving the other person. I think sometimes the trap we can fall into is getting into a relationship thinking with the mindset of I am getting into this to get something out. Primarily, I'm primarily getting into this to get something out of it. Where it's like, no, no, no. I really like this person. Obviously, I'm getting something out of this. I get to be with them, and they make me feel good, and I really like them, but I also want to serve them. I want to serve them. That goes both ways. I think, yeah, me as a guy, I should be thinking with my girl, like, how can I serve her? How can I make her feel appreciated? How can I attend to her needs and be there for her when she needs me to be there for her? How can I help her with all her tasks and all their goals? And you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I just be a good husband? And here's another thing. I think in terms of marriage, I think it's important to think in terms of marriage, because when you think in terms of dating, boyfriend, it's like, is that your ultimate goal? To be a boyfriend, or is it, or girlfriend, or is it to be a husband or wife? For me, my ultimate goal is to be a husband or wife. So it's like I view myself as a husband, not as a boyfriend, because that's, you have to grow out of that at some point. So you know, yeah. I think I've talked about this before, but like, you have to be intentional about your plans. If you like, if your whole thing, if my whole thing is marriage, it's like, okay, be intentional about it then. Like, move with that goal in mind. When you go on dates, when you meet a girl, approach her with that goal in mind. So you need to be asking the appropriate questions. You need to be looking for the appropriate signs that she could make a good wife, and that you would work in that dynamic, and the both of you would work in as a married couple, and all these different things. And yeah, man, I feel I feel I don't know if I feel pressure, but I do sometimes feel like time is running out, because I'm not trying to get married in my 30s. I'm trying to avoid that. It's easier as a guy to do that, because you can still have kids even in your 40s, even in your 50s. For girls it's different, because when you're in your 30s it's very hard to have kids, but just biologically speaking. But still, for me, it's like I'm still not trying to go that far without being married or having kids. I want to meet someone relatively soon, very soon. What am I? Not even relatively, very soon. Like in the next year or so, I'm just hunkering down. And there's a few girls that I've been thinking about, like, what if I approached her, and what if I approached her, and whatnot. But it's like I'm very hesitant because, well, the one girl is just, I just feel like we're just not on the same page when it comes to like, just ideologically speaking. So I was just thinking, like, I do think there's a mutual liking there, like there's a mutual attraction, but yeah, I'm just thinking it just, it's unnecessary. It's like we'd be fighting a lot. I'm trying to avoid that. So I've thought many times about messaging her and trying to rekindle what we had, but I'm like, eh. And then there was this other girl who, now that I think back in retrospect, I was like, she might have been perfect for me. But I did find out certain information about her that put me off. She apparently, you have to take these things with a pinch of salt because, you, just, people can spin stories and whatnot. But apparently, she'd been playing the field with several guys, and not I don't think sexually, but she was dribbling a few guys. Dribbling meaning she was playing a few guys, like dating and then ghosting and then leading people along and then this, that. And the reason why it put me off is because she portrayed this image of this nice girl, unassuming, minding her own business. And then you hear this about her, and you're like, and the reason why I kind of believe this, what I heard, is number one, the person that told me this is, it's a close source, and I know the people, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. But also, because she did it to me. She did it to me. She led me along, and there were just a lot of games being played, and so the idea that she was doing this to a lot of guys at the same time, it's just not cool. It's just not cool, man. It's weird. Obviously, she's not in an exclusive relationship, so she can talk to who she wants to talk to, but it's still weird. Like, I wouldn't do that. If I'm talking to someone, um, it's like, yeah, I just believe, again, marriage mindset, man. If I'm genuinely trying to pursue something meaningful and serious with you, it's very weird to me that I'm doing that with multiple people at once. And because it gets intimate sometimes. Let's not pretend like there aren't moments where you're genuinely bonding with someone and you're building a connection. So the idea that you're doing that with multiple people at once is very off to me. I wouldn't do that. I think it's very shady. But I went on her Instagram yesterday. She was looking. So I followed her, but she hasn't followed me back yet. So I think, because we just naturally just grew apart. So I think she's just over it. She's not really trying to rekindle that, which is fine. Um, I'll give it a few more days, and then if she hasn't followed me back, I'll probably unfollow her and keep it moving. But I also probably shouldn't entertain her because, yeah, because of the past experience. Because in my mind, it was that whole thing in my head. Maybe I misjudged her, but I don't want to risk it because you pursue someone, and if things go well, you commit, and then it turns out your initial suspicions were correct. That's terrible. So, I've got to wait until I meet the right person. I don't know when that'll be. Got to keep my eyes out and just, you know, be intentional and be willing to compromise. Compromise in the sense that you're not going to get 100% of what you want. Because obviously, I have this ideal girl in my head, right? I'm not going to get 100% that. Maybe I can, God willing, but it shouldn't be an expectation that I'm getting 100% of the image in my mind of the girl I want. You might get 80%, 70%, 60%. So you make that work. I just have to be practical. Meet a good girl she ticks enough boxes, and you just make it work. Get married, have the kids, and build a life. That's what I'm trying to do, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I think that's my biggest goal in my life, is to have a family. It's not being this successful musician and this and that. It's not anything like that. It's just having a family and living in a good neighborhood and taking the family out, going on trips with the family. That's my dream. That's what I think about. So yeah, I encourage everyone to have the same thing, man. I think it's beautiful, and I think it's very fulfilling. Very fulfilling. Obviously, it's challenging. It's not without its challenges. It's not like a fairy tale through and through. There will be moments where it's almost a nightmare, just because of the stress. But that's what makes it worth it in the end. Is the obstacles and the adversity and all that. So yeah, it's crazy because I remember a time when being the world's biggest and best rapper was my primary thing. That's what I was working towards. And then at some point, I don't know, it's just switched. And you can tell what someone cares about the most, because depending on what they talk about the most. And I realize I talk about family a lot. And I'm sure you've noticed as well. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to have a family. I can't wait to have a wife. God, we're gonna have like a year or two where we're just, hopefully we have a year or two where we don't have the responsibility of kids. And then eventually we'll pull the trigger and have the kids as well. I'd love twins. I'd love to have twins. That would be such a dope thing. Twins at first, because I want a lot of kids. So twins at first, and then yeah, they don't have to be twins first. We can have twins at any point. But anyway, let me pray for you and get out of here. I like to pray at the end of all my videos, just to impart blessing and spread some positivity. So you can think of it as positive affirmations, really. Even if you're not into prayer or anything like that, it's okay. You can think of it as positive affirmations, just free kindness, free kindness. Here we go. Dear Father God, I thank you for this individual watching this video. Thank you for making them so unique. Making them so unique and so they're on a path to enlightenment, and a path to fulfillment, a path to love, romantic love, familial love. Thank you that they're accepted by their friends and family and society. Thank you that they're doing well. They're healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually. Thank you that you're making ways where there were no ways previously, and you're easing burdens, and you're providing peace, providing an awareness of the love that people have for them, awareness of the love that you have for them. Good health, long life, and happiness over them and their friends and their family, Lord. In your mighty name I pray, good health, long life, and happiness. Good health, long life, and happiness. In my name I pray, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen, 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 amen. Amen. My viewer percentage of male and female is a slightly higher female, which I'm very proud of. Yay, yay. I was working towards that because I was watching. I was like, okay, it's currently more males, but the females are slowly rising. So now it's like 51% female, which is great. Hope that keeps going up. It fluctuates sometimes. Sometimes it's more male, sometimes it's more female. But I hope that now it's like female, female, female. We'll see. I'll see you guys in the next video.